Cambridge, Massachusetts with my lovely daughter Natasha, and together we are Knit Inc. And we are excited to bring you episode 39 with some background noises from my darling grandson Matteo, who is just past his 6-month milestone.
Yeah, he's being very vocal at the moment, having fun playing by himself. So.
Yes.
We'll see how this goes.
So it's been a while.
Of course.
You know, summer, and now that I'm retired, I seem to be busier than when I work because I take advantage of traveling and getting together with friends and so on.
Yeah, you've been very busy.
Yeah.
I feel like Mateo's not gonna stop. I'm gonna just,
He's not usually quite this loud, is he?
I thought he was gonna slow down, but let me just see if I can get him to entertain himself a little more quietly.
Hey, bud, what are you doing? Okay. Are you gonna cut this out, Natasha, or should I?
You can keep going.
Okay. So today I'm wearing a really old top. The pattern is called Laneway, and I think Natasha, made a sign. It's by Petra Ravelry. I hope you can see this okay. And I actually made this in 2015, and I wear it quite a lot. I am the whitish color is Zoe by Findlay. It's not Findlay. Juniper Moon Farms. Yeah, Juniper Moon. Whoa, sorry, we're out of practice. So this color is Zoe, and the by Juniper Moon.
No, it can't be the color.
No, the company, the color is called Coconut.
Oh yeah, because this is Juniper Moon Finley.
No, it's not Finley. It's
Zoe. Juniper Moon Zoe. That's what
Juniper Moon Zoe, and then the stripes are Noro.
We're so professional.
And in one of our earlier podcasts, when we were more professional, I talk about this in much greater and more sensible details. But the pattern was called Laneways, and I am going to stand up because the pattern is actually for a tunic. But I just kind of stopped. It's got an interesting hemline. You can see it's kind of got this asymmetric hemline, and it's a little A-line, and it's just a great summer top. So 8 years, and I'm still wearing it.
And is it Nora with the color changing?
So the stripes are Noro yarn, yeah, and they're very thin stripes. It's just 2 rows. It's Noro Taio, Taio. And I did do some color management because in this colorway, there was some like beiges and yellows that I cut out.
Yeah.
But I do have a project page for this. If anyone's interested, there have been many laneways made, and it's actually a really fun knit. I feel like I wouldn't mind making another one.
Yeah, it looks good.
In different yarn and different colors. So, you know, for 8 years, this Zoe wears pretty well. And
yeah.
So what are you wearing, Natasha?
Wow, yeah. This complete coincidence that I also have something with Juniper Moon Zoe. So let's see. This is my V-neck Nova. So Nova is a pattern by Shelly Anderson, but it has more of a tunic with a collar. What I did is I borrowed the stitch count and this side detail and the split hem.
It's really cute, Natasha.
And then I used a free pattern to adjust to do a V-neck, and I have a V-neck on the front and the back.
Oh, yes.
So it's actually completely reversible, and I put in my project notes, I'm pretty sure, I put the link to the free pattern I used for the V-neck to kind of merge the two. And I knit this last summer, and I've worn it like 3 times already this summer because I couldn't wear it by the time I finished it last year because I had a big belly. So I started it hoping to wear it before I got too big, and then I didn't finish it in time. So now I get to wear it.
That's great.
And it's I'm glad to hear it holds up well.
Yeah. I mean, 8 years on, I actually have 2 other summer tops that I made from the Zoe yarn. When I made this, there were only 4 colorways, and they were all sort of kind of earthen colorways, and now they've gone bold, and there's lots of different colors, bright colors.
I think you have like a lime green and an orange, like a skein of each.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I know, the lime green could be kind of fun, something for you, mister.
Yeah.
We'll bring him on at the end.
So, I only have one finished object.
Oh, we didn't even really talk about much updates. I mean,
or even what day it is.
Yeah.
It's June.
It's June. It's middle of June. I've been telling people, when people ask how I am lately, I've been saying I've been flying by the seat of my pants since December 12th. Like, I feel like it's just been go, go, go. Went back to work.
At the beginning of June.
So I've been back to work. I've had 3 weeks. Last week was my full 5 days.
Oh.
I had a little bit of an ease in, which was nice. It's a lot. I'm like very busy. Mateo goes to daycare 3 days a week, and we're lucky enough that grandparents are splitting the other 2. So my mom is up here quite a bit, and then my mother-in-law does a couple days a month, and my dad does a couple days a month. So between this, with the summer months coming down to Connecticut quite a bit has helped, and I can work fully remotely. So I've worked from Stonington while you've watched him on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And we're working on what we're going to do in the fall. I don't think it's totally sustainable, but it's helping out John and I a lot right now. So
At least in the short term.
Yeah, for a couple months. But yeah, it's, John and I both have pretty demanding jobs, and I am not easing back in. I got projects right at 9:01, so I'm busy. But we're figuring it out, and Mateo's a very good baby, so we're lucky.
Yeah, he's very chill. He takes after his chill dad.
Yeah, I can be chill.
Yes, you can be chill too.
And so yeah, you've done more traveling. My mom went to the Lizzo concert last week, which was cool.
That was so much fun. I spent a couple of days in Newport, Rhode Island with a friend. I've just done local things really. Walking a lot because I'm doing a long distance walk in the fall, so I'm training for that. Long distance walk will be in England, and I'll talk about that as we get closer. Yeah.
So John and I we're trying to say no to weekend plans, but we are, doing we're doing some camping trips. We're going to bring Mateo to the Catskills. We're going to bring him to Vermont. I think that's the ones we have planned with him. So just mostly New England things.
Yeah.
And then I also wanted to mention we are still very close to 7,000 subscribers. So we will do a giveaway hopefully in our next episode, because we're just shy right now, and I want to make sure we cross that milestone before we do the giveaway. But we have...
So we're at 6,968 subscribers.
Very close.
Very close to 7,000. And when we reach 7,000, we're going to do a giveaway.
Yes.
And the giveaway is going to be this beautiful book, Making Memories. It's full of children's knitting patterns.
And we were gifted this by a store in Canada, U Knits, and we'll link them below.
Knits, that's EWE knits.
Yeah, and
that kind of U.
Yes, not YOU.
Yeah.
And this is really exciting. There's a lot of really, really sweet children's knits in here. So if you've got some knit-worthy little ones in your life, this would be perfect. And it's really nicely designed. And they're partnered with Line Publishing.
I think it's pronounced Liner. The Liner magazine that comes out maybe every quarter or so.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful photography and a really quality book. Yeah, that was my bookmark for. There's a knit along. I think we will talk about the knit along.
I lost your spot at the end.
That's okay. Yeah, at the end. I just bookmarked because the knit along is for the Catedral pattern, and it's for adults as well as babies and children, all ages actually. And so the giveaway will be this book and then some yarn that we will choose from our stash or from some local indie dyers, I think.
Yeah, we will. I think we can probably have multiple winners.
Yeah. So we're pretty excited about that. So I don't want this to be sounding like an infomercial, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We'll be so excited to get to the 7,000 milestone. So I only have one FO this month, and it's a pretty small FO. How many FOs do you have?
I mean, mine are like 99%.
Again,
done.
that's what you.
I feel like I
what
keep
your
having
FOs
that.
were last time.
I can't remember if I talked about this one being basically done last time.
I think you did. You were on the second sleeve or something like that.
Yeah, I just have to sew the buttons on this.
That's great. I mean, I think that counts as it.
And
It's not finished, but it's finished.
Yeah, so it's the Linos Coat by Julie Party, and I think I've talked about this enough. But this will probably be the last time I show it. Maybe I'll take it in the winter when Mateo wears it with the buttons. I'll post a picture on Instagram, but that is done. I'm going to block it, and then you have some wooden buttons at the house that I'm going to take from you next time I'm home. So this has been done for a while.
Yeah, and that'll be, so it's ready for the winter, and it looks like it'll be the right size for Mateo.
Yeah.
So my FO is for one of your childhood friends who's also expecting a baby boy in September, and I made the vertebrae.
Baby Vertebrae by Kelly Van Niekerk?
I think so. And I just used some cotton yarn that I had in my stash, and I love the way it's pulled like this.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even remember
nice.
what it actually was. I had lost the label. I had bought it to make dishcloths actually.
And I remember when you were thinking of what pattern to make for Katie's baby, I said how much I loved the vertebrae that you made for Mateo, because things that don't have to go over their heads are really nice, and then also things that you don't have to fiddle with buttons. So he wore his vertebrae a lot
until he grew out of it.
Until he grew out of it, yeah.
So I feel like this is going to be a Northern California baby.
Southern California, actually.
Oh, Southern California, okay.
Yeah.
So hopefully in September, October, November, this will come in useful. So now that I've shown it, I'm going to post it off.
Yeah.
So that's my only, I'm embarrassed to say that's my only FO.
Oh, wow. But we had, I mean, I don't know, we both kind of went through a phase of just, trying to figure out how to fit knitting in.
Well, I retired and I lost my knitting mojo. It's definitely back now, and I'll explain why it's back. I think it's just sort of this transition in my life, and you would think that I have more freedom and time, that I would be knitting more, but that actually hasn't worked out.
You have a lot of things you're trying to accomplish.
Right, and I think partly it's because it's the summer, so I've been spending a lot of time working in the garden and just catching up on things that were neglected while I was working for so many years. And turns out there's a lot of projects around the house and garden, and then spending time with Mateo and traveling. But my knitting mojo is back, and I'm really enjoying the knitting again. So I have a few whips.
I have one more FO that I want to talk about, but I just have to. I forgot to write it down. So 1 second. Okay, we're back in action.
Okay.
So this is the Ruffle Romper and Ruffle Dress by Pernille Larsen. So it's a 2-in-1 pattern. You can do a Ruffle Romper or you can do a Ruffle Dress. And you can also do them long sleeve or short sleeve. So here's, for example, one of the pictures from the project page. So I did the sleeveless ruffle dress. And this is for my cousin's baby, she's having a girl in August in England. So I knit the 6 to 9 month size, and I used this petal pink yarn. It was Bernat Be My Baby yarn.
Oh yeah.
Which you had
in Deep Stash. I
got
got
Deep
that.
Stash, yeah. The label is like very vintage. Look at this.
Oh yeah, this came from my friend Carol, I think, at one of my local yarn stores.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, this is really. Oh no, it didn't. Where did this come from?
I'm not sure, but I used all 3 skeins you had, and I was nervous about running out. So I bound off in this blue. This blue is from your friend Carol, which was
Oh, yes.
the blue was Oh Baby Organic by Lion Brand, and I have I have 2 and a bit more skeins of this. So what I did is I cast off in the blue on the ruffle, and this has not been blocked yet. I'm hoping that it'll relax a little bit more when I block it. It is cotton, so I kind of felt like I was going to run out of pink, so I brought in some striping and then finished off with the blue.
That's cute.
So
Did you run out of the pink?
I did. I used every last drop of the pink.
Oh, that's really great. I think somebody gave this to me, and I feel like it may have come from a thrift store even. You're right, Natasha. This is definitely vintage yarn.
I mean, it has $1.99 written on it, so
yeah,
it was $1.99.
yeah, the baby soft cotton
It could have
yarn.
come from a thrift shop. Oh, it says Bernat Yarn and Craft Corporation, Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Made in Brazil for Uxbridge, Massachusetts. Interesting. No
Yeah.
year or anything.
No, it does look like it came from another era. But anyway, that's wonderful that you used it.
I mean, that's what I have left, which was basically not enough for one more striped round on the bottom here.
Yeah.
So it feels a little wide, but
I think that's how baby dresses are. Yeah.
So I say 99% because I need to put a button on the back.
Okay.
But the point of it, not the point, but one of the cool things about this is it's supposed to be a dress and then it can grow and be a shirt.
Yeah, like a sort of top. Yeah.
Well, it won't grow. The baby will grow.
Yes, the baby.
It can morph.
Yes, it can morph. And I made something like that for one of my colleagues a long time ago, and his baby girl, she wore it for 2 or 3 years because yeah, it was a tunic and then it was a sweater.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's the yarn or what, but I don't know. Hopefully when I block it, this ruffle won't be so.
You'll just have to give it a really good soak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stretch it out and see how it goes. So
Cute. That's a nice finished object.
there you go. That's what I've got.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we move into works in progress?
Sure, I just have one.
Okay.
And then another one to be.
Okay. I have 2 that I'm actively working on. One that I barely started, and then one that I'm going to start tonight.
Ooh.
So I'll just show what I've been working on almost monogamously since about the 19th of May, which is when me and my local knitting friends went to the Webb's tent sale in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Oh, nice.
And I did buy some yarn at the tent sale, but then when we went into Northampton for lunch, and we went into the lovely local yarn shop that's in downtown Northampton, whose name escapes me. And in their
I
basement,
remember a couple years ago, I forget what it's called.
yeah, I might
Is
look.
it like Northern? Is it Northern Lights or something?
No, that's
I'll
in
look it up.
Block Island.
Oh,
It'll be under. I put the yarn in my stash
I'll
that I
just-
bought. So in the basement they had this kit for sale. Sorry, there's going to be a little crinkling, but it was a kit from
Is it Northampton Wools?
yes, Northampton Wools. It was a kit to make this scarf, and it was this Japanese yarn that I've just been coveting for a long time. The company is Ito, and it was in a outrageous sale. It was $15 for 2 of these and 4 of these cones.
All together, $15.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a kit to
that
make.
is an outrageous sale.
I know, because usually these are about $10 each, I think. So this is washi. It's 54% paper and 46% viscose.
That's so cool. It's paper.
Yeah. And then in my stash,
Yeah.
I already had. Where is it gone now? You might have to pause because I've lost the other cone. Oh, here it is. It's right here. In my stash, I had this habu that I had bought quite a few years ago. It's also Japanese yarn. This is silk, Actually, it's linen wrapped in silk. And I'd had a pattern by Anchor Strick in my queue for a long time. The the sweater's called Stellen.
So this is not by the same company. It just
No.
but it just has the same cone. It's interesting, these Japanese yarns come like these. With these
Yeah, and
cones.
they're really fine yarns. And so my
Yeah.
summer knitting is a black top, but it's where's the Ravelry page?
Oh, I'm sorry. I used it to look up the shop. There you go.
So I just want to show.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just want to show the pattern actually. Not the pattern. It is a paid for pattern, but the picture of the pattern of the sweater. So this is the sweater by Vera Valimaki, and you made a sign, I think. Let's show it.
I did.
So, and this is actually
Nope. Wait. Laneway?
no Stellen, Vera Valimaki.
Are you sure? No, Anchor Strick.
Anchor Strick. Sorry,
Vera.
Valimaki is what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Anchor
Okay.
Strick. Sorry. Golly. Anyway, she uses exactly the yarn. She uses this yarn, but she uses it with mohair. And I did do a swatch. I wonder if I still have my swatch here. So this is how I got my mojo back.
See your swatch.
No, what a shame that I don't have my swatch.
What a shame.
I did a picture on Instagram, but anyway, I swatched with some mohair that I had in my stash, and I also went to my local yarn store to buy black mohair. She didn't have any black mohair. I mean, who wants black mohair in the middle of summer? And I finally settled on knitting these two together, but you alternate with 2 rows of just this, and it's incredibly fine knitting with US size 3 needles, and then you knit 2 rows holding these two together. And there's this little pop of color that she adds that I didn't do. So I'm going to finish it quite soon. It's probably not going to show. It's very fine, you can see.
Yeah.
But this part at the top, I used lace weight alpaca to hold with this. And then when I split for the sleeves, I'm now using this. And I've almost used up 1 whole cone of this habu. And this is my 4th cone from that kit.
Wow.
So I've got another 1.5 inches until I finish, and then it's going to be sleeves that maybe this long. I'll knit until I run out of yarn.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's very light and fine, but I've really enjoyed knitting with this yarn, and that's what got my knitting mojo back.
That's a fun little way to arrive on that pattern. You know, you find this yarn that's on sale, and you have this pattern in your queue, and that pattern calls for that yarn,
and it just all came together. And now I have
this came with the kit, but you're not using this.
It's 2 skeins of dark brown silk, and it's got that kind of raw silk smell.
Oh yeah, it does.
So I don't know what to do with this. It's 50 grams, 425 meters. So I've got 850 meters of a very fine dark brown yarn. It is interesting. I don't know. I'll have to.
Yeah,
I'll
have
have
a
to.
think.
And I'm gonna have probably some of this left over, but that doesn't go. Yeah, I'll see. This will be put on the shelf. If you have any ideas for what can be made with this, and maybe adding mohair or some other yarn to it. I do have a black lace alpaca. So that's how I got my knitting mojo back. And I'm excited to finish this, which will be soon, I think. And then I'll be ready to start other things. The only other really active thing that I have to show is friendship socks that I've been making.
What do you mean by friendship socks?
So the pattern is called friendship socks, I think.
Oh, okay.
And we did a swap in my it's a free pattern on Ravelry. My local knitting friends, we did a swap. The idea is that you split one 100-gram skein into 2 balls, and you come to knit night and you keep one ball and you give the other ball to a friend,
Okay.
and your friend gives you 50 grams, and then you each knit these stripy socks. So this is
Fun.
mine.
I hadn't heard about these. This is cute.
Yeah, I'm on the second sock. I'm actually going to give these to a friend of mine. I'm worried that these are a bit too big,
They do look big.
and she said she has big feet though. This is Malabrigo sock yarn. I love these colors. These would not be colors that I would have picked myself,
Yeah.
but they go really well together. And my friend who gave these, she actually gave me both of these, and she said I can keep them, so I'm gonna give this pair of socks away and make another pair for myself. This is how far I am on the second sock. I'm about to start the gusset.
Nice.
So the pattern is called Friendship Socks. It's free on Ravelry, and it's top down or cuff toe up or cuff down, and there's a little gusset.
Is anyone keeping track of our verbal mistakes?
Well, you know what? Now I'm
You might be
starting.
at like 25.
Now I'm starting to blush. I think we're just out of practice. We have to try to do this.
We're out of practice.
Shorter episodes, more frequently.
Under-caffeinated and overtired. or
Sleep
something.
deprived.
I'm definitely sleep deprived.
So I think that's it. Apart from my next knitting project, which is the knit along.
Okay, I have one more thing to talk about before the knit along.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a couple babies to knit for. My John's manager, his wife just had a baby last week.
Oh, all these babies.
A baby girl. Nope, a baby boy. He's a baby boy.
A baby boy called Charlie.
A baby boy called Charlie, yes. And then I feel like there was a baby girl that I needed to be knitting for. Anyway, I've decided instead of hats for some of these babies, I'm going to make the little fish that I've made before from this book, Yin and Yang, the Fighting Fish. So Mateo loves the Triceratops that I made him from this book. It's something about he just like sucking on the wool.
The normal wool.
And it's really light. It's like
so
really he can hold it, and it's really light. And also I've put it through the washing machine twice.
Oh wow, that's great.
So it shrunk a little.
But that's okay.
But he doesn't care.
And what did you stuff it with to make it so
just
light?
like the polyfill.
Oh, okay.
So the fish is less complicated than the Triceratops, and I'm just gonna do 2, maybe 3 out of this yarn and just finish this off. I was looking at your top, and this is also Noro. It's not the exact same colorway.
No, that's yours is more vibrant.
But it still has the pink in here and some of the purple that you have, which is like almost exact there. So you can tell it's you look good
in the
with some of
theme.
It's in the theme. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I also did I show the frog that I did for Georgie?
No, you didn't. You were talking about making it, but we already gave it to her for
I already
her birthday.
gave it to her for her birthday, and I'm pretty damn proud.
It actually
how
was
this one
very
came
impressive.
out.
Yeah.
I have a photo of it, so that will be my one editing thing.
Insert that.
I will insert a photo of the frog because I was pretty proud of it. It was let me find
the picture. So you've
128.
really used this book a lot, and it was a gift from one of you lovely viewers.
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Yeah.
This is the frog I made, and I had gold sparkle yarn for the crown.
Wow.
From your mom, my grandma gave me a kit for Mateo for the little, I kept calling it a whale, but it was a narwhal. And the narwhal horn had gold yarn. And Freddie the Frog Prince, I guess that is my invisible FO. I don't think there were anything else that I gave away. So yeah, what's really nice about this book, and I know I've talked about it before, is the whole thing is knit a square, create a cuddly creature. So you knit a square, and then by manipulating...
Oh, look at this owl. Show that.
The owl is
It's
really
so
cool.
cute.
By manipulating... there are other pieces you need to knit as well, but the main body is a square, and based on how you sew it up or cinch it, you can create a little animal. What I like about the fish is that it doesn't really matter what color yarn I'm doing. Some of these, like the way this looks so beautiful because of the specific yarn.
Colors, yeah.
And I was able to use scraps for Georgie's frog, and I was pretty proud of that. But like, for example, the zebra's only going to work if you have black and white yarn, you know.
Right.
Well, no, you can do different colors. You can do, you know, a pink and purple striped zebra.
Yeah.
But there's more thought that you have to put in versus the Noro I can just knit and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying you can't do different colors. You know, you can do a rainbow zebra if you want. But you have to think about the colors or having multiple colors and that sort of thing.
And you just like just to be able to go, and the Noro yarn does the work and makes it interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this, I'm going to just crank out some of these, and then when I have some focus time, I'm going to make...
Oh, yes.
So the knit along. So this goes with the book, the Making Memories book. So the knit along is the Catedral sweater, and you can see the hashtag there, both for the Making Memories book and the cowl. And this is the yarn shop that gifted us the book and the yarn to make these. And the knit along has already started, so sorry, but it's June 9th to July 23rd. And if you join the Ravelry Group, there's tons of giveaways there. You can find everything if you just go to the
Unit.
Instagram, and they've got all the information there. So I highly recommend following them, following the hashtag, and I'm going to make the children's version with this beautiful, beautiful yarn. So this is some wool made in Peru, and then this is knitting for Olive soft silk mohair.
And it's such beautiful colors, and this is the pattern. The collar is actually made, it's by itself, so that the collar is optional.
Yeah, so you can look at here's a good thumbnail to show.
Okay. Yeah. It's knit sleeves, it's knit bottom up. It's like the classic, what I consider to be a Norwegian sweater. You knit the sleeves, which can be your swatch, and then the body, and you join it, and then you do the it's a beautiful but not too complicated lace motif on the yoke. And I'm going to do the adult sweater for me, and I'm ready to cast on tonight.
Maybe I should cast on tonight.
We could have a
mini cast on party.
A mini cast on party, yeah, and we should do a little Instagram.
We should.
So this is absolutely exquisite yarn that you knit sent us. Full disclosure, this yarn was a gift. So the company is Amelia and Philomene. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it properly. And this is it's mohair silk, lace weight, and the color is Eugenia. It's kind of like a dusty rose. It's not coming out to its best advantage in this light, but it's a beautiful dusky rose colorway. And then I'm gonna hold it together with, it's called Madame Philippon. I think that's the I think that's the yarn. It's a fingering weight yarn. 50%, 50%. Sorry, 50% merino, 50% cotton. So it feels quite light. They have kits, and there's a code if you are interested in any of these kits, and they have a wide selection of kits. You can get 20% off.
I didn't write the code down.
The code is Catedral Cal.
Oh, okay. So
that's the code. That is the code.
Not without the hashtag, but Catedral Cal.
That, yeah.
You don't need 20 after it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's the code if you want to get 20% off any of their kits, and or you want to try some of this beautiful yarn dyed in Canada.
All right, I'm gonna get the Muffin Man. Okay. Do you want to say hi?
Say hi. Say, I've got lipstick on my cheek from my babby, because she couldn't stop kissing me when I woke up from my nap. Yeah, little Mateo is getting big. He's wearing stripes today too. His two lower teeth just broke through, didn't they?
Yeah, they are sharp. Yeah, he's got little teeth coming through, so still light hair.
Yeah, still. And he likes grabbing things.
Yes, everything that we have, he is interested in.
And everything goes in the mouth. Yeah, no, this is too precious yarn for you to be putting in your mouth, Mateo. Yeah. Where's his is it the
the Triceratops?
Triceratops, yeah. So I think that's it. Hopefully by the time we film the next episode, we'll be at 7,000 and we'll talk about the giveaway. I'm going to Chicago later this week to visit Ana.
Who's this?
Oh, there's his toy that he likes. Yeah, that's better than
so you
chewing
can
up.
see it kind of I don't know if you can tell it kind of shrunk, but anyway, there he goes. It has like all these little bits for him to chew on. He likes to chew on the horn. He likes to chew on the tail. You can see he's getting all excited.
And I should show this yarn how it looks in the skeins, how beautiful it is.
There you go.
This dusky rose. So
he's dropping his T-Rex, not T-Rex, his Triceratops for what you have.
Oh, right, because he wants this. Of course he does. So the mohair is called Leona, if I botched it earlier on. And it's just...
Thanks for being here, everyone, if you're still here.
You're interrupting me. I'm talking about the yarn. If any of you have made it this far, yes. I just love the tonalness of this
really
mohair.
Nice. It's really nice.
So the mohair is Leona. I feel like I didn't do it justice the first time around. And Madame Philippon is the cotton merino. So we're having our own cast-on party this evening. I'm pretty excited about that. I made some garlic scape pesto from garlic scapes from my garden and arugula from the garden. So it's the first garden harvest, yeah. All right, I think we're mumbling now. So from the three of us, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, especially thank you.
Yes.
I hope that we hope that you are finding time to do something that brings you joy and recharges you. We find that to be really important, and I'm excited to have my knitting mojo back.
Yes.
Take care until the next time.
Bye.
Bye.